Okay. I have to start this in the not fun way again. Yay!
What do you mean in that fun way? What's that?
The way I have started a couple of these videos. The last one I had to do this on was Kratos versus Asura. Um, Please don't be coming in the comments if you're just gonna talk shit about the episode. If you have genuine criticism, I will gladly respond. If you're just gonna come in the comments and just say that Death Battle is shit, I'm not gonna respond.
Come to my channel with that energy.
Please.
Also, I love this starting frame.
Oh, it's good. Also, again, genuine criticism is great. Do not use there's already been a lot of debunks as a form of criticism. Goku vs. Superman had 500,000 different debunks when it came out, and yet that's one of the more correct episodes. Shut the fuck up.
Debunks meaning like there was a way that it could have gone the other way.
People making this reasoning of theirs is stupid. Here's what they should have done. Here's how this was wrong.
Okay.
It's like people make debunks for every single episode that comes out. But
sure, yeah.
There was someone in the Simone versus Kyle video that was there's already so many debunks on this video. Like I said, Goku versus Superman had 500,000 debunks, and that episode is 100% correct.
It always could have gone another way, but their job is to like do what they think is the more likely way.
So, with that being said, Wile E. Coyote versus Tom. If this one causes controversy, I might quit. Because this is a goofy cartoon fight.
So, I feel like you should start the next episode that might actually, like, people have genuine, like, stakes in. Like, I feel like that we should give that warning at the start of one of those. Like, if it was, like, if they decided to do, I don't know, like, Vegeta versus Zod or something.
I don't know if Vegeta's ever coming back. He got 2 episodes. I think he might be done.
Well, I mean, like...
I know what you mean, though.
You know.
Yeah, but...
When that people...
It would take it a little bit more seriously.
I wanted to throw that out, mainly because the last episode got some heat. There was some heat.
That was Master Chief versus Doom guy, wasn't it?
No, Simone versus Kyle.
Right.
Master Chief versus Doomslayer, there was some heat that was mainly pointed at Nick for getting a lot of things wrong about Doom, but saying it very confidently.
Yeah.
Guys, listen, that's just Nick, and we love Nick.
I love Nick so much. He says things wrong with a lot of confidence. But this is one I'm super excited about. This is what won the Tournament of Champions last year, or 2 years ago now, because of the gap with not knowing if Death Battle was coming back. This is what beat out Kratos versus Asura, which I still fucking love that this episode was voted to win over that. And
Keep it down for the funnies.
It's one that I actually have been advocating for a few years, but I never thought it was going to happen because Tom was suggested a good amount, but against Sylvester from Looney Tunes, the cat that chases Tweety Bird. That's way less interesting though, because Sylvester doesn't really do a whole lot.
I guess so, yeah.
So Wile E. Coyote versus Tom. I'm gonna start with Luke. What do you have any thoughts on the characters and matchup?
Not a whole lot. I mean, they're both funny characters. I remember watching both these a lot when I was a kid, but I don't know if I have any stakes in it. They both have a lot of toon logic to them.
They do.
I feel like Wile E. Coyote has more, so that might be more beneficial, but he also, I don't know, he gets defeated in bigger ways, too, by himself. That's going to be a fault. So yeah, I'm curious to see what they say. I'm more curious about what they're going to say about Tom, because I don't fully remember, like, what he can do.
You do gotta remember, there's a lot of cartoons, video games, movies, comics for both of them.
Yeah.
Zach, what about you?
I remember going out of my way to watch Tom and Jerry quite a lot. And I remember on the last day of 5th grade, the entire, like, pretty much, like, 8-hour day, I'm pretty sure, we just watched Roadrunner. Fucking, That's what Wile E. Coyote is from, right?
Well, he's from Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
But
Looney
It
Tunes
was like a
is
section of Looney Tunes.
Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner is one of the sections.
Okay. So yeah, we spent like an 8-hour day watching that, and that like I would have gone home to watch it. It would just never like aired on TV.
Yeah, Looney Tunes
But
are done.
I liked both equally as much. That being said, though, remembering what I remember from any episodes of either, I think Wile E. Coyote was a little. His plans were always smarter, but he was always like, he always fell victim to like stupider cartoon bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the bit, right? Is that he pulls out the Acme hammer, and it malfunctions because Acme makes bad products in the cartoon.
Actually,
Right.
So this is something that we're going to cover, but I do want to talk about it a little bit now, just because I do really like it. So something that was made canon in a comic, funnily enough, is that Acme makes good products. The reason that they always malfunction with Wile E is for one of two reasons. He's kind of dumb, and the board of directors of Acme is all Roadrunners, so they sell him defective equipment.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's actually really fucking funny.
I love that so much. It's why I wanted it. I believe it's officially coming back. There was the Wile E versus Acme movie that got canceled, and I think it's coming back, thankfully, where it's a movie about Wile E suing Acme.
Oh my god.
And
That's a really funny premise.
The only thing we know about it.
Imagine it just being like court transcripts.
The only thing that I know about it is that one, it's what it's about, that Wile E's suing Acme, but also that I believe John Cena plays Wile E's lawyer.
What?
I don't know, but I love it.
If they do this like super silly, like a bunch of cartoon shit happening, that'd be really good. If they take it super seriously, I would also love that.
I think they're gonna take it like cartoon level seriously, whereas like this is like the super serious matter, and then someone's gonna burst in the door with some evidence that would not be admissible into court.
Yeah, of
that's
course.
not how that works. But it's gonna be like played serious, but it's gonna be cartoon. It's gonna be cartoony.
I'll be happy.
So I can, like I said, I'm super excited for this. I love both of them. I like Tom and Jerry more, and I'm super excited about this. And I do want to share. I want to save most of like the feet stuff that I know for them to talk about. But there's one thing in particular that I do want to mention that I think is potentially one of my favorite things that any character can do. Tom canonically has 9 lives. Like, you know, it's the cat thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if he loses a life, he can grab it and put it back. But also, if he is unable to grab it before it goes to the afterlife, he can then go down to hell and re-grab them.
So they definitely go to hell.
They go to hell. This is in one of the video games. That is what you can do. You go down to hell and reclaim lives that he has lost.
Another thing, which I guess a question related to it. I forgot that Tom was called TomCat. Like that's his full name, I guess.
Yeah.
Is Jerry called Jerry Mouse?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
Gerrymander.
That doesn't flow as well.
No. He is Jerry Trainer now.
Jerry Mouse.
All right. So before we start, I'll go in the same order. Luke, who are you rooting for?
I'll root for the Roadrunner.
You mean Wile E?
No.
Okay. Zach, who are you rooting for?
Probably Tom.
In all seriousness, probably Tom. Yeah.
I'm also rooting for Tom. So we got all three of us rooting for Tom. All right. Didn't spend as long on this one as we did the last couple, but I think that's a good thing. Let's watch the new episode.
Oh, actually, can you give me like 2 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll start a timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 2 minutes.
While Zach's doing that, actually, I'll bring this up because I was gonna bring this up later, but now since I have time now, I'm gonna do it now. If the next episode is Aang versus the Traveler, Ash versus Yugi, Godzilla versus Hulk, Ruby versus Maka, or Gru versus Megamind, I'm gonna lose my goddamn fucking mind.
Is that because they've all been like already planned ones that we knew about?
This is, I believe, this right here is either 7 or 8 episodes in a row we knew were happening.
Damn.
I am fed up with it.
They're cranking out the fan service.
Not even that. They're pissing people off. I'm pissed off. I want something...
Just because people want new. Okay.
Right. I want something I didn't know was coming. One of my favorite... I shouldn't say one of my favorite, but it's one thing I really like about Death Battle is predicting what's coming next. Knowing the episodes that are coming kind of hinders that. I'm genuinely upset about it. As much as I really love the episodes we've been getting, I miss the shock of when Joker versus Giorno. I don't know if you remember when you guys were at my house. I jumped from my chair when Joker Giorno got announced.
And I was like, who are these people?
Right, but then and then we watched Bowser Eggman, and Among Us Fall Guys got announced, and me and all 4 of us collectively sat there going, what the fuck? Like, that was really funny.
Yeah.
And then it was Kratos Asura, Ghost Rider Spawn, Master Chief Doom Guy, Kyle Simone, I think I'm missing one. Maito Shigaraki. So I'm sorry, that's 6 in a row. I think I overstated it a little bit, or I might be forgetting one. But
is it definitely something that is generally thought of as we don't like this, we want to get some random stuff in there too?
Yes, it's kind of a popular opinion at this point.
Okay. Oh, 2 minutes are up. Zach's not back.
But I'm genuinely getting a little upset about it.
I want to drink hot sauce. 1 second.
What the fuck? Don't have friends.
Alright, get out of here.
I wasn't talking to you. I was looking into the camera telling the audience.
I bought this, it's Sweet Baby Ray's spicy garlic hot sauce. It tastes good.
Fucking hell. I do want to throw this out, though. However, if we are going to get an episode that we already knew was going to happen for the next one, I want it to be Hulk versus Godzilla.
I think that's going to be a really fun one. I'm curious about that.
Or Aang versus the Traveler, because I want that out of the way. Aang's gonna lose. I don't want to I don't want to see it. It's gonna happen, and unless he's not going to, a new Magic the Gathering crossover set with Avatar got announced. Give him Magic the Gathering scaling. Fuck Genshin Impact.
Do they count that? Would Death Battle count that?
No. But fuck Genshin Impact. Give it to him.
Sorry, what about Genshin Impact?
You're late. I set a timer for 2 minutes and you weren't back.
I know, and I got delayed by 2 different things.
Damn. I was yelling about episodes how I don't want episodes we already know to happen next. However, if one is going to happen, I want it to be either Hulk versus Godzilla or Aang versus the Traveler, just so I can get that one out of the way. Because Aang's gonna lose. I don't want to watch it.
No fucking way Aang's gonna lose. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it now.
Genshin's got some stupid scaling, I guess. I know nothing about it.
Genshin does have some stupid scaling, but the Traveler should still lose.
Okay. Specifically the Traveler?
Yes.
But what my point was, Magic the Gathering just announced an Avatar crossover set. And so I said, fuck Genshin Impact, give Aang his magic scaling. Which does not work. It's not even close to canon. But fuck it. Fuck Genshin Impact. Give it to him.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Alright. We good now?
I'm good.
Alright, let's watch.
Fight! Wile E. Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the Looney Tunes.
Ooh, actually, sorry, real quick, I do want to pause one more time just because I thought this was great. The track name for this episode is Wild Tomfooler-E. And
that's good.
And the foolery ends with a -E, like Wile E. Coyote.
That's good.
Wild Tomfooler-E.
TomCat, the
Is Wile a name?
from Tom and Jerry. The fans voted
his
for it.
Like,
We're here to deliver.
are like humans named that ever?
I don't think so.
I've never heard that name before.
Also, this frame is amazing.
And
Like
it's our
Kenny.
job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
forgot they don't really talk.
And tales
Wiley
told
can a
over
little bit,
shimmering camp.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day, the Great Coyote
Holy
stalks the American.
shit!
That's a.
Coyote
Are those all the
with
different
biggest
types of-
gunnus. A lot of Dedus, Metus, Neverus, Lernus. It's a lot of.
Poor Snookius?
Glutinous Maximus.
Yep. Never endless appetitus. Coyoteus Smuggus.
Coyoteus with biggest gunness.
Yep. This is
Idius Slabius.
I'm sorry, but I think that my favorite one is Roadkillus, not Quitius. Oh, this is fun. Hungry Philippagus. Oh, they put some fucking effort into this.
American Southwest, hunting his indefatigable
Desertus
prey,
apparatus
the rodent.
idiotus.
Oh my god, it
They
keeps
scroll
going.
down!
One more. Deus S. Ignoramus. Dialus 911 against. Holy shit.
Chowicus Downus.
Oh my god. I love it. And then down here, just kind of squeezed in. Height 5'8", birth year 1937.
Coyote, hap 2 and run for it.
Oh my god.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic
Why does
canine
he
Joe, but Wiley
Always
was
go
born-
back to Acme.
Because
Are they cheap or something?
That's just what he knows, and also he doesn't know they're screwing him. He
I guess so.
He just thinks well, at some point he kind of does, but you know, just a bit at that point.
The son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary, and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face, an easy task. Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
They're also
I was hoping that
speedy
guy was
little
gonna take the
demons.
pot
They
away.
can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour, though that's cold
Faster
comfort
than I
when
can.
that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wiley manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all, but he does.
That's true.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the coyote and the roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wiley.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wiley's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
Guess,
He's
yeah, how
got
fast
your
does Tom go?
classics like
Probably not that
Dynamite
fast.
and
Jesus fucking Christ!
Ugh.
I knew there was a lot, but it's always just weird to see just how much there is. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it down
And-
here.
I think he's gonna lose because I think it's all made by Acme.
Portable phony hole, hunger gas, giant spray.
Instant girl.
I don't remember what that does.
I think that's like the cross-dressing, like try to lure in the boys, you know.
Oh yeah. Do they not have it on? Ooh, they might not be. They have his lightsaber. Do they not have
What is instant roadrunner and coyotes?
something I'm seeing here that they don't have yet, which they might talk about at one point? Is he has a yellow lantern ring?
Are you fucking serious?
They did. I mean, they're both. You know, they both do a lot of the stuff through Warner. I mean, DC has a lot of stuff through Warner Brothers. So they've had their fair share of crossovers, and like
That's probably why they did this episode after the last one. Sorry for interrupting.
No, but like Daffy Duck has a Green Lantern ring. They even brought that up last time.
What is a yellow lantern ring
That's the
special?
one based on Fear.
Okay.
Jesus
Bills and
Christ.
spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet, and a friggin' trebuchet. A
wait,
Reddit
hold on,
favorite.
hold on. See if it's here. Batman
Green
suit.
Lantern ring.
Oh, he's got a Green Lantern ring here? What? I could have sworn he had a... Maybe I'm just misremembering. I could have sworn he had a Yellow Lantern ring.
I will say willpower makes the most sense for him.
Yeah, I guess. Who had the Yellow... I could have sworn... I know Scooby and Shaggy both have Yellow Lantern rings. But...
Many of which he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes. That
Is it the fear of
inevitably
yourself
go
or the fear of
awry.
others?
Despite
Both.
being a self-described
Okay.
super genius, Wiley has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's the same IQ as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wiley is their most devoted customer, contributing up to 90%
Live action ones were kind of fun.
of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the
being good.
inherited wealth. He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years straight, without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also
Yeah,
shattered
this
the
is
fourth wall tons of
Another one of
times
those things
and
where I'm
even
like,
left the
I
comic
can't
page.
comprehend in my head how they can die.
There's ways around it. Funnily enough, Wiley actually does have a way around toon immortality. I still don't personally think it's enough, but I think they'll bring it up.
It was Wiley's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming Tiny Toons how to use their abilities.
Okay,
I
so
can't tell if he's a
And
villain
just
or
like
not.
Naruto's
I mean,
Like he's almost a villain.
yeah, I mean, kinda. It's in that same. It's like he's a Looney Tune villain, where he's there for the fun of it, and he has his goals, but he's not like evil.
He's just trying to eat.
Right.
Jutsu.
All this with an
Toon
IQ of
Force
3.
works like an actual power
Allegedly.
system, with more experienced toons like Wiley.
He's just trying to win the
who are
approval
more
of his father,
powerful than their
actually.
younger counterparts.
And that means Wily should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up
Transmogrifier?
the animator animating his universe.
And then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a cushy
Is this how they end
job
Death Battle?
teaching that stuff. Impressive. There's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped
There was something
forge
about
the
like
Looney Tunes into how
sometimes
we know
he's
him
stupid, sometimes the equipment malfunctions, and sometimes the universe just says no.
Pretty much, yeah. And actually, part of that they're going to talk about with Tom. I'm not going to bring it up yet. Tom has something very specific that works very well against Wiley in this because of this stuff.
today.
Now,
Originally
honestly,
meant to be a
that
parody
this
of-
could be Wiley's win condition is the fact that his animator doesn't hate him.
You mean Tom?
No, Wiley. Because they were just saying God is out to get him, and God being the animator. So if the animator is not the actual one, and it's the Death Battle animators this time.
okay.
Oh, that's right.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself
wonder if Tom
back
has the
up
same
and
kind of
dusts
thing.
off the ashes, that'll never be
But Tom's
all,
got some
folks.
wins, right?
Wile E.
He's caught
Coyote.
Jerry more than once.
Yeah.
The year was 1939. War raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh, wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became
Thomas
the
D.
undisputed
Jasper
kings
Cat.
of slapstick
What does the D
comedy.
stand
The
for?
formula
Oh.
is simple, and we all know
Delanor.
it.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mousekind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around
Hey,
here.
look at that. So much fucking shit again.
Wartime supply.
He has so much
He
bullshit.
literally has a wishbone.
Yep. He has so much stuff, and I love it.
Average American household like baseball bats, lead pipes,
And guns, lots and lots of guns. But he's got wackier
Even more
things.
shit. Knight armor, rocket boots, like... What's on?
Wood.
He's got...
Traitor's Curse.
Oh,
It's like
God.
a magic wand, a robo-cat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow, or the Rewind Remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat
It would be
jet,
really
spelled
weird
with Ks,
if
of
you
course,
like
but
met
just
somebody
the
on the
cat
street
part.
Tom
like you're talking to somebody in public, like a stranger or whatever, like meet somebody at the shop or whatever. I don't know. Just talking to somebody you haven't met before, and you're like, man, something's off right now. I don't know what feels weird. Like having a normal conversation, they're talking normal, they're saying normal stuff, their body language is fine, like they're not acting suspicious at all, but something's off. And then you realize as you depart and they're walking away that they don't have a shadow.
Oh.
And even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah, if you only watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspiration.
I think I already know how this is
Thank
gonna
you,
go.
Google.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan
Is the
girl,
whole chasing
Robin
thing
Starling,
just like
find
a
her
game
way
to them?
home.
It's a way of making sure that they can stay in the same place. So basically,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so if Tom catches Jerry, then Jerry has to leave the house. However, if Tom does a really bad job at trying to catch him, then the owner's going to replace him with a new cat that will get Jerry.
So they have to kind of stage this fight between them to make it seem like Jerry's not gonna get kicked out because Tom's not fully going to, but Jerry has to show that he's trying hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase.
Okay.
What's that?
I'm so glad they're bringing this up. Tom and Jerry Chase is a Chinese exclusive mobile game
Oh my god.
Okay.
that gives them so much shit.
Oh.
Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors used the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
While it may sound completely insane, it is. Chase is
that
a
the game?
Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore
Yep.
is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, which
Alright.
means we have to include it in our research.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly push.
No!
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch
Out
him
of?
repeat forever.
A lot.
Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature...
Wait, I wonder if this
became the
episode's gonna
namesake
get
for a
taken down
famous
now.
Christmas cocktail.
No, wait.
They talked
shit.
about alcohol.
No. They brought up Beerus. Beerus vs. Galaxia is one of the only episodes not on YouTube. No.
Look, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. There's a lot.
That's a lot, but I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is have recency bias and assume it's gonna be Tom.
Alright.
Not only am I gonna make my prediction, I'm also gonna predict how he's gonna win.
Oh.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be Wile E. Coyote, and I think it's because didn't he have a way of like making a black hole that like absorbed the universe or something,
I believe so.
including the animator?
No, it was there was a device that I believe it was Martian Marvin the Martian made that the kid version of Daffy Duck used that sucked up everything, but they were comparing him to other Toon stuff, so I think they may give that to him.
Okay, I
Does he
think
have that?
they mentioned that Tom can go into the real material world, and I think Wile E. Coyote is going to use something to be able to attack him even there.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm thinking
Man,
on
not
some
sure.
stuff. Here's so I'm a little concerned about one thing, that they didn't bring up Tom's Black Cat stuff, which is basically a thing that he has which can cause immense amounts of bad luck. Putting that on Wile, nothing would fucking work.
Right.
But they didn't bring it up, and that has me a little worried.
I guess my reasoning is just Wile has so many faults, like more faults than Tom.
He does.
And maybe he has more stuff he can do, but everything he does goes against him in the end.
And Tom's also just an all-around smarter, like, combatant. Something else I'm thinking of.
What if Tom uses Wile's equipment against him?
That is.
But then it doesn't work because
the Looney DNA stuff could, if he can get his hands on the anti-Looney DNA spray.
Yeah.
But and something else that I'm thinking of is that one of the things that they talk about is that technically is that all toons have Looney DNA, so that could work on Tom. However, they specifically are using Tom and Jerry Chase, and with that gives him the form where he is Erlong Shen from Journey to the West. Stay with me for a second. In Journey to the West, Erlong Shen and Sun Wukong are both immortal. They cannot die. And one of the things that Erlong Shen can do is he actually is able to... How do I put this? He has a resistance against having his immortality stripped. So I don't know if the anti-Looney DNA stuff would work.
Like, yeah, does that supersede it?
But they didn't really go into the stuff with Erlong Shen, which has me a little worried. Also, one more thing. In Space Jam, I don't remember which one, that one of the toons was able to go, like, resist, or I guess survive against, like Nia in the last episode, where they talked about her surviving at being erased at the informational level. One of the toons did something kind of similar. Oh, fuck.
What do you mean? What was it?
Basically being erased at the informational level.
What was the context of that?
I don't remember. It's been a minute. I saw it in a black box, and it reminded me that was a thing. But that was about it.
I also didn't read through all the rules that Wile had, because they said, like, the original animator had rules for Wile that, like, his toon logic can't break out of these, and, like, sure, other animators have, like, adjusted that a bit, but, like, are they gonna stick by those original rules? And what were they? I don't remember.
There's a lot, and the main one that's important, because a lot of them are just specific to Wile and the Roadrunner, but one of them was that Wile cannot win.
That seems like a...
But that's also a thing with, like, we've seen him win. He, like, I hate bringing it up because I don't like the movie Space Jam. Both of them. He is part of the winning team.
That's true.
He, like, actually does things to help win.
I wonder what they're gonna do with this. Like, are they gonna give him like the 1 in a million chance?
I am going to stick with my gut, and it's one that I'm willing to take the loss on if it happens. I think that Tom has enough to win.
Okay.
So
I'm not changing my answer. I'm sticking with Tom.
All right, we got 2 for Tom, 1 for Wile. Zach, you gonna change, or you stick with Wile?
Let me think about it.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna get a slice of cheese.
Okay. Wile just has worse equipment, but he also has some better equipment. And the stuff not made.
I'm gonna stick with Wile.
Okay.
I kind of have to. I feel like.
It's before the fight started. You can change if you want to.
I was so confident going into this, and I'm not anymore, but I'm sticking with Tom.
I got cheese.
You back?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens.
It's time for a death battle!
I'm excited.
I am so excited.
I love that's just a real truck.
Mouse Assholius. Filius Catus Perpetuus Victimus.
I like the old sound effects.
Yeah. Meepus Meepus.
Meepus.
Canis Schmuckus.
Was that a bit like calling them fake scientific names
Yes.
in the shows?
I believe so. Jesus God. Gotta have the Tom scream at least once.
I wish somebody. I want to see somebody recreate that.
I've actually seen someone do it, and it's actually pretty good. Jesus.
Come on, you apes! You wanna live forever!
I like how they're actually just using audio clips for the voice. I think it's better. Oh shit. Uh-oh.
Also, just a real plane.
Oh. How do you lose all of them?
All of them.
Well, he's got one extra. Acme High Speed. Oh, it's the speed pills. Or I guess they didn't have it. It's pills there, but.
It's actually really good.
I don't know why. I didn't expect that.
A realistic truck.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
I'll have to go back and see what videos they had on the side.
Oh, and the feet on the right.
Yeah. Oh shit! The anti-toon.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh, is it a tie?
No, they're
Nah,
not
it
gonna.
can't be.
They wouldn't do a tie. Well, they
They might.
there's no way that's the end. Tom had an extra life though. Oh.
Or was that the
okay.
last one?
That was his last one. Damn.
Wile-E Coyote, super genius.
I don't
What?
know.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful,
I'm waiting for something to
they were
happen.
Literal gods who could snap their problems away.
Like, I don't know if
They
they've
had
done it
limitations
before,
and
but-
weaknesses that could be exploited.
But what if,
each
you know?
other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing Wile to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wile could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile gets the edge in stats.
Wile's arsenal was a
Okay.
bit better too, believe it or not, even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction.
Enter. Exit media transportation. Yeah. Oh, the trader curse. Okay, so they didn't. They kind of brought it up a little bit. I don't. I'm still. I'm a little.
I don't understand why they spent all the lives in one hit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was a weird thing. That felt like a way to be able to get them on playing level, but it didn't make sense. Because it was one action that brought out that one death should bring out one life.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to yell in the comments.
Yeah, okay, technically Tom and Jerry are, but are they gonna fucking bring up the Erlong Shen shit? Because that is actually, that's fucking
Tom has
big.
never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically. The concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA dissolver backfire against him?
That bad
I would have
luck is a
thought.
core part of Wile's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wile yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for. Coyote
I guess the
and
plot didn't
Roadrunner
bend around
cartoons.
the
And even then,
Space
looking
Jam
closely,
villains.
They've been broken a few times throughout the decades.
I don't know.
Even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile, whereas Wile's superior strength, speed, and Looney arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna have to say I disagree with this one. I usually I can kind of be like, oh yeah, I kind of see that one. I kind of don't.
I kind of don't either. Like, I'm willing to be convinced, but
That didn't do it.
Saying that, like, Tom didn't have a way to kill Wile, the thing to kill him was the DNA thing reversing and backfiring. Like, that was the thing.
Right, and with the traitor curse, it can almost guarantee that it would backfire.
And why, at the end with the umbrella thing, why did the umbrella work to help him that time?
Was the umbrella itself toony? Because if so, that makes sense.
I guess, but like,
It's like it protected him.
And I'm upset that they brought up Tom and Jerry Chase, and
then didn't really use it. Yeah,
didn't really use it. Like, that's a big thing.
Yeah, I think I would assume it's just like it's hard to decipher a Chinese mobile game.
But even they got it all. They got all the info from it. They were showing and using it.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, well, if they got all the info, then they still.
But then they didn't talk about it at all during the ending.
Which that just leads me to believe that they didn't get that part.
Which that baffles me that they got so much from that, and yet somehow, and they even brought up the bit with him essentially with Tom being Erlong Shen, and yet they don't use the stuff for Erlong Shen. That is baffling to me right now.
I may just be not taking it as seriously because it's.
I mean, it's Wile versus Tom, but
sure.
like, this.
But we're here to talk about who
Right,
is going to win.
And versus debating is kind of, you know, it's my thing. I love it, and
Hmm.
I want to call it out when I think there's something stupid. I did that a lot with Master Chief Doomslayer. There was a lot of stuff that I thought they did kind of stupid there, and I'm gonna call it out here. I think they either didn't use some stuff or somehow missed some very vital stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a good episode. I'm really happy with it.
I enjoyed watching it, that's for sure.
I just... the outcome doesn't feel right, and their explanation doesn't feel fleshed out.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel it's been like 3 or 4 episodes in a row of giving 10 out of 10. I don't think I could do that for this one.
I mean, that's okay.
I'm just a little upset about it. I was really excited for this episode.
I'm trying to think of a reason that they would have, one, taken away all the lives at once, and two, get like, and sure, I remember you saying before, like, the animation is just a display of a fight happening. It's not necessarily, like, the stuff right there is not necessarily the reason that the win happens, right?
Right, but like,
but as you're saying, like, some stuff that just wasn't mentioned in the explanation.
Right, and also they showed Tom grabbing one of the lives. He could have very easily gone and gotten them, or, like they said, he has a potion that he can just drink to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm a little upset. I don't think it's a bad episode. I think it's a very good episode. I think there's some bits of it that are, they needed to be more fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I said this in the beginning. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I swear to God. What is the next time?
Next time on Death Battle.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Deku versus Miles! Holy fuck!
Oh.
Subscribe and join as a member to see.
It's fucking Deku versus Miles! Holy fucking
That's really
shit!
that's actually really fucking cool.
Holy fucking shit! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
If you can't tell, Kai is excited.
I have stake in this because I want to watch Deku die.
Deku's gonna win! Deku's gonna fucking win! Holy fucking shit!
I don't know My Hero, so I don't know, but I think it's gonna be a fun fight. I like Spider-Man.
Oh my fucking god! I am so okay, one, I am so fucking happy it's not when we knew was happening. Holy fucking shit. But also, this has been one of my most wanted for a while. Holy shit!
Sauron looks like a Black Knight from Dark Souls.
Okay, I'm a little
That's what I was
weirded.
thinking.
I'm a little weirded out because we just had a My Hero episode like what, 3 episodes ago?
Great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna double check this real quick. Just to
We
make
better
sure.
see the guy that says you guys are stupid in that episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Hold on.
Miss him already.
Yeah, 3 episodes with Shigaraki versus Mahito, and now we're getting Deku versus Miles. But holy fucking shit!
That's fine.
Oh my god, I don't care. I'm so excited. Oh my fucking god. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm freaking the fuck out right now. I'm sorry.
A lot of relief and excitement at the same time.
Also, I'm scroll back a little bit. Deku was on the show a few years ago, but this is before My Hero finished, and it's in a matchup I don't like.
Oh.
I don't like Deku versus Asta as a matchup because Deku versus Miles and Deku versus Gon are so much better, and Asta versus Meliodas is very good. And they didn't do either of those. They instead did both of their most mid ideas. Oh my god! And it's, you may not remember this by the time we get here, but it's very one-sided. At the very least, at the time, it was super one-sided because My Hero wasn't done. So Asta absolutely beat the fucking shit out of Deku. But Deku versus Miles. Also, if I scroll down a good bit, Miles hasn't been on the show for almost 6 years now.
Oh, wow.
So, and final bit, a Spider-Man character has not been on the show for almost 5 years.
Dang.
So
Why?
I don't know. They just haven't.
I guess there's a lot of media to go through, sure, but
They
like...
haven't had a Spider-Man character. Now, I will say, I am still waiting for them to bring back Peter Parker Spider-Man, because the last time they did that was
quite a bit ago.
Almost 13 years ago now.
Man.
I want Peter Parker to come back, but fucking Deku versus oh my god.
Is My Hero good? Should I watch that?
Yes!
Okay.
Zach is kind of a D1 My Hero hater, but I fucking
Not
love it.
D1.
I know.
That'd be my whole personality.
But
I think it also, as I learned as of recently, has a little too much pedophilia.
Oh, whoa.
I would not say that in the slightest.
I see people
It
talking
doesn't have
about
enough pedophilia.
I see people talking about one specific recent character, and I'm like, yeah, that's
I
the
will
name of the
100% say I do not like her design. But pinning that on My Hero when that's an anime problem is a weird...
Is it an anime problem and not a manga problem?
It's a manga problem, mainly. But it then gets adapted into anime.
Do you mean, like, characters have pedophilic relationships?
There is a character in My Hero Vigilantes, which is the new manga, who is 15 and in a little bit too much of a revealing outfit.
Okay, gotcha.
And it kind of, like, I see why, though, because Japan does have, like, a pedophilia problem.
They do.
And not only that, their age of consent is lower as well.
But I feel like pinning that... a lot of people are pinning that on My Hero. Like, they're the only ones doing it. I'm not going to say I support it. I think it's a terrible thing and they need to change it.
Yeah, of course.
But people acting like this is a My Hero only problem, I think is...
No, it's not in the slightest. I tried watching Dandadan and it was the same shit.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to... There was that bit. I want to see... What were the...
There's a lot of alcohol up on that bookshelf.
Also, I want to point out, Kyle from South Park and Ash from Pokemon.
Oh, I thought that was Boomstick.
But
Me too.
This is hinting towards Ash versus Yugi. What the fuck is this hinting towards?
Having fun.
As well as we have Simone versus Kyle up here.
Oh yeah.
But I want to see, there was that bit where they went
Tom's face though.
To the YouTube.
Oh yeah, see what they had in the feed.
Hold on, where was that? I don't remember where in the fight that
earlier
was.
Than this.
I want to say it was like.
Oh, it was after the It was after the tunnel bit, the painted tunnel bit. They ran towards the screen.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was, okay, right here. Okay, let's see. Omni-Man versus Homelander debunked. Fraud battle real. Goomba versus Hot Dog. Mario versus Solo leveling. The 10th Columbo reference. Columbo ASMR to watch Wiley versus Wiley versus TomCat 2. Ben Singer versus Chad James is not close. It's fucking... Oh my god, all of them. Guys, Thor just got faster. Ranking all my friends. Tier list debauchery. And Wile E. Coyote reacts to his own death battle. I love this because this is almost every single death battle meme in one fucking image.
Also, look how crunchy, look how compressed the screen is.
Oh,
okay, how many... Sorry, so first of all, it says they have infinite views. But also, maybe this is a bit, but how many subscribers does Death Battle actually have? Because I'd believe it if that were the right number.
I think that's the right number. Hold on.
I would love if they lowballed it.
I can't see it on this screen because my my monitor sucks. 6.25, yeah.
Oh yeah,
okay,
that's accurate.
But
I would love if they had like 1 million and they just overshot.
I love it because they're making fun of debunks with one of their most one-sided episodes ever. This was originally going to be an episode instead of Goomba versus Koopa, but they didn't know what to do with the Burger Time hot dog. They've been making a million fucking references to Columbo because we're getting Light versus Columbo. There's so many videos that are just blatantly using Death Battle's matchups and like, oh, this matchup's not even close. Specifically, I think this might be making fun of Nux. Because he does that a lot. The Thor speed meme, because Thor has been on the show 3 times, but not even just that. The amount of time he gets brought up a couple times. Every single time Thor has been brought up on the show, his speed just gets fucking higher. I don't know. I don't know if this is a one that I can think of. I don't know. I do also like how Goomba versus a hot dog has every single view.
Does Wile E. Coyote reacting to his own death battle have negative 1 billion views?
Yep, negative 1 billion views. And I love this, not only because it's just, kind of like how we, the reaction thing, because there's a lot of reactions, as we are proving. There's a large subset, which I gotta say, do what you want to do. I can't stand this. People who will act as a character reacting to series. So like there's a channel entirely dedicated to a guy pretending to be Vegeta reacting to videos.
Okay.
And I think they're the stupidest fucking shit ever. Do what you want to do. You're clearly successful. I think it's stupid. But they're kind of making fun of that. Also, yeah, Wile E. Coyote Super Genius posted literally just now negative 1 billion views somehow. Hold on, I want to see. Do these Liam Swan? That's one of their lead researchers.
Wait, 3 years ago?
That's around when Omni-Man vs. Homelander came out.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, am I losing time again?
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Bardock Omni-Man.
Yeah. Bardock Omni-Man came out technically last year, but like end of last year. That was when we all watched together.
Okay.
3 months ago, that was Death Battle. Ryuzaki, I believe that is someone who works on Death Battle. I might be wrong. Sam Mitchell, that's one of their writers and the guy who voices Ringmaster. The Assistant, that one. I
don't know.
not off the top of my head.
Maybe it's an inside joke.
Uncle Larry Funny Moments, that one feels like an inside joke. Holy shit. All in all, hold on, do I have, don't look at this. No one look at this. I'm gonna blur it out.
I didn't look.
I'm gonna blur that out. I think if I put that out, I might get stabbed. That was the all the potential debates we might be doing over on the Fan Battle Cat stuff. I gotta be honest with my heart, and I don't know if I'm happy about it.
It's okay. It's not as low as I thought it was gonna go.
Above Among Us Fall Guys?
I think I liked it more. Is it? Okay, I guess, sure. Now, this ranking is only based off my first watch.
Sure, yeah. You're gonna watch it again later.
Well, technically, I do this when we watch them, and then I do a second watch later, and I might move it, because like Kratos Asura was originally a 10, and then I watch it again later, and it got moved down. But then I don't touch the episode. So this is not the because I'm gonna do a ranking video once the season's over.
Yeah.
This is not definitive for that. I'm gonna go back and redo everything then. This could end up being the list. How many more episodes are we get like 1 episode a month. So we got July, August, September, October, November. We have about 6 more episodes. And
doing like for the year.
I'm thinking about it. So those 6 more episodes, we have Miles Deku, Ruby Maka, Hulk Godzilla, Ash Yugi, Gru Megamind. That's all of them. Fuck.
Assuming they go in order, assuming they do all the ones that they plan to do already, but
I would think they're gonna.
They're tossing in a random one now.
I would assume they're gonna do all of them this year, which makes me a little upset. But also, I kind of get it. Thinking about it timeline wise, I get it. I'm upset about it, but I get it. I wish with all of my heart that we didn't know about so many episodes, but I also know that was a big thing that got them a lot of money. So yeah. I'm not that upset about it. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm a little hyped for Deku Miles.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I don't know how noticeable it was.
I do feel like because they're doing this now, like sure there was a lot in a row that we knew about, but now that they're doing this, this might start a precedent of like every once in a while toss in one that the fans don't know about.
Right. And plus, once we get through the other 5 that we have, which I'm make sure I have all of them: Ash Yugi, Aang Traveler, Gru Megamind, Ruby Maka, Hulk Godzilla.
Godzilla.
I think that's the only 5. There are 2 that we don't know who they are, but we know what it's. It's there's
Like a franchise.
No, we know who's gonna be animating it, which is a big deal.
Oh.
Because Torian, who used to be the 3D animator, he did RoboCop, Terminator, Deadpool, Deathstroke, Dante Bayonetta, like all those like really big episodes. Funnily enough, for Dante Bayonetta, he does a lot of mocap stuff. There is a video online I will have to find that so I can show you guys. This is a like kind of tall, really built black guy who is doing the mocap for Bayonetta's Sexy Walk.
Nice.
And I love that clip
yes.
so much.
Send that my way.
I will, actually. I want to show you guys because it's funny. It's also just really cool that he's that committed to his work. But he's coming. He left the show a good few years ago to go work on a lot of stuff for Red vs. Blue and Ruby. But he's going to be doing an episode, as well as we have had 2 live-action episodes with Nightwing versus Daredevil and Red Hood versus the Winter Soldier. And one of the things in the Kickstarter was Ismahawk, the people they teamed with to do those live-action episodes, is going to do another one with them. So we're getting another live-action episode. Now, I swear to fucking God, if this is the live-action episode, I'm losing my mind. Not in a good way. I don't want this to... This is too heavy on effects for it to be the live-action episode.
Aang vs. Traveler.
If it's Aang vs. Traveler, I might cry.
Godzilla vs. the Hulk. Live action.
If I'm being honest, the live-action episode is likely going to be my current guess. I don't want it to be this. I think it's going to be Batman versus Moon Knight.
That would make sense. That's kind of in line with the other ones they did.
I don't want it to be that for for a couple reasons. One, I want the live action episode to not be Marvel DC, because those are the only ones we've gotten so far. 2, I don't really want Batman to come back. The man's had 4 shots at this show. Let him take a fucking break. But also, Moon Knight versus Batman is just kind of eh. I prefer Moon Knight versus Azrael. That's what I want.
Who's Azrael?
He's a character from DC. He's like DC's Moon Knight.
Undertale.
Not Undertale. I am really hoping later this year we do get the Off remake, which means I hope we will finally get Sans versus the Judge. As well as I am hoping and praying that this year we get Luz versus Anne, either Monokuma versus Koro Sensei or Junko versus Springtrap, and Clementine versus Ellie, and Luz versus Anne. Those are my 4 wish lists for the rest of this year. That's all I want. If we can get 1 or 2 of those and push and like have the other ones of the other Kickstarter episodes pushed into next year, I will take it and I will love it. If not, I want them early next year. I am sick of fucking waiting for them to do an episode and then it's no longer like a big deal. Luz versus Anne is losing prominence. Like, Amphibia and Owl House both ended years ago. Its popularity is fading.
By the way, is your song come out yet?
The fuck are you talking about?
The commission.
Hold on. I don't think so, and I'm getting a little impatient.
Also, an Ultimate Showdown.
I want to.
Because how long has it been?
Hold on. I finished paying for it last March, so it's been over a year.
Still coming out with ones though. Like, I'm assuming he just has a huge backlog.
Yeah, he said that he overtook way too many. And he has like a massive backlog. And then he had a bunch of his equipment stolen, so he had to slow down. And then recently he got really sick, so he had to slow down.
But like, he is cranking them out. One every couple days. He
does that, but then he'll also like go. There'll be times where he just goes dark for a couple weeks.
Seems like right now he's on a stint of motivation.
Yeah. But I really want mine to come out. I'm getting.
Well, I figure probably to avoid burnout, he like works on all of them kind of at the same time.
Probably,
so
but
that
also when you buy one, he says 6 to 8 months for your song, and I ordered mine November of 2023 and finished paying for it March of 2024. And it's
been 9 months. So your baby's gonna be born soon. It's been 9 months.
It's been over 9 months.
Since you finished paying for it?
Yeah, I finished paying for it in March of 2024. We are past
so like
March.
15 months.
Yeah.
Why did I think? Why did I mess up that math?
I don't know.
Sometimes I'm really good at math. Sometimes I'm really bad at math.
I'm thinking the way you probably thought it. You probably thought of it is you were like, okay, so right now is June 2025. Let's go a year back, June 2024, and then go back 3 months. So subtract 3 months. March is 9 months ago.
Yeah.
But all right, I'm gonna say that was a pretty good episode. And I guess we'll be back for Deku Miles, where hopefully I'll have calmed down by then.
You'll have calmed down by then. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
And